Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My question is, how do I get my husband to honor the financial commitment that we made together as newlyweds when we went through SPU at our church? We've been married for 10 years now, and even after committing to do all of everything that goes into the class of FPU, I have not been able to get him to combine finances with me or honor any of the commitments that we made together and all that.
Did you make it 10 years ago when you guys went through FPU? Was it 10 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. And has it been an ongoing discussion for a decade, or are you like deciding more recently, okay, I want to get back and try to figure this out?
It has been an ongoing issue, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. We also have I should have led with this, but we have a 25-year age difference, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and he's in sales. And we did make that decision together for me to stay home with the kids. But really, I'm not unable to work or anything. He has just, every time I've come to him and said, if we need me to go back to work or anything like that, I'm fine with doing that. And he's always telling me, no, if anything, I would rather you be able to go back to nursing school, because I did that prior to us getting married. And, but he never wants me to work or anything. But it's like, I can never get him to be on the same page with me with finances.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so tell me tactically, because you're not working right now.
No.
Are you guys sharing like a checking account? Like, does he have his income coming in and you have access to everything? When you say we're not sharing, what is that? How does that look tactically?
Okay, so we have a joint checking account, but we also have he has a savings account that his check is direct deposit in that I do not have access to, so I do not see what's coming in. And then he just transfers over money into the checking account to pay bills or whatever. And I know I've been listening recently, and I'm hearing a lot of things like you guys talk about, like if you're Venmoing each other and stuff, and he's doing that. He's cash apping me for just whatever, going to the store.
And what's his rebuttal when you say, hey, I want to be on everything. I'm your wife, and I want to be one in this. And so I want my name on everything because I have as equal partnership to this money as you do. And just because I'm staying at home doesn't mean, we definitely believe that stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home parents, they carry the same value as if you're going out to the workplace and making money. What does he say?
Meet EveryDollar budgeters Christy and Steve. Their life is chaotic, but their money is simple because they budget with EveryDollar.
Budgeting with the spreadsheet took a ton of time.
But now with EveryDollar, I can do a budget in 5 minutes.
And tracking purchases is just as simple.
It's so freeing to know exactly where your money is going.
It just takes that stress out of the day-to-day life.
You got this, Hannigan family. EveryDollar. Create your free account today.
I feel like it kind of varies. Like sometimes he'll agree and say yes, we need to do that, and then it just never gets done. Or he knows that this call is going on, and so we were talking last night, and I said, so if you were to tell me one reason, just give me the reason. He's he feels like it's because of his past marriages. He's had 2 prior marriages that I guess things just did not end well financially with the divorces and stuff like that. And I'm I understand that to a degree, but after 10 years of marriage and do you know what I mean? That only goes so far as an excuse to me.
Yeah, you're right. I think that you're right. If you guys have been together 10 years, there's just part of this that feels really controlling because he's the one that gets the control, right? Mm-hmm. And for you being the stay-at-home mom who's not earning an income outside of the house, then now you're the one who's kind of at his beck and call. Well, I hope he transfers money into the account, and I hope he Venmos me, and I hope he does this, and I hope. And that I just there's no balance in that relationship.
You don't have autonomy to make decisions with the household because it has to be run through him.
And now you're not 2 adults making decisions together. You're having to go to him and saying, sir, may I have some money, and may I have this, and can I have that? And that's not...
Yeah, that dynamic doesn't work in a marriage. So I think that's it. I think it's having equal say equal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, we are a team. It's not one is higher than the other. And sadly, what money does is money does give power to one that has the ability. So when Jade uses that word control, that is what it feels like. And so for him to relinquish control and to give you access, being his wife for 10 years, is not just from a logistics standpoint. It's not that. It's so much deeper than that, to know like we are fully committed in this together.
Yeah.
And that's the piece you're not getting. And so, yeah, my red flags go up for you, just like as an individual. Because, what if something does go south? You're the one that gets screwed, Nicole.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So you're like, well,
what about some sort of, if he says like, this is the reason, it's my past relationships, has there been any counseling to work that out with him and then maybe with you present as well? Or if that's the big reason, what are we doing to combat it? It would be my question.
Yeah, no, we haven't actually done counseling. We've talked about it, but it's always kind of, again, just like a financial thing. Like, well, I don't know that we could afford to do that. I don't personally think that, we're active in church and everything, so I don't think
but
that,
that's
like,
not the same thing.
No, I don't know that, like, our pastors would charge us to do some sort of counseling. Yeah, like, because he'll use that as an excuse of, like he's willing to go, but he doesn't know that we could afford it or this and that.
How much does he make a year? Do you even know that?
I would assume it's close to around 100,000.
So you don't know exactly. What would happen if you asked him, hey, how much do you make a year?
Log into that savings account, and I want to look at it with you. Would he do that?
But I think he would do that, but I did ask him last night because like I said, he knew about the call, and I was like, I don't want to look like an idiot,
Sure.
So at least give me that, and so he did, and it was about 100,000, and I think he would show it to me if I asked. But
what if you said, can I have the logins so that I can log in whenever I want, and can I have access to your account just in case something happens and you forget to transfer it? Can I have access? What would he say to that?
We've had that discussion before, and it's almost like an all day thing. Like we'll take a day and we'll do all of that stuff. Like, putting names on bank accounts and getting logins and figuring out, because I've said to him, with the age difference, something else that concerns me is like, tomorrow isn't promised.
Right.
And if something happens, how am I even going to know where to begin? And so I would love to know, how do I pay this bill? Where do I get, how much is this?
Nicole, I'm gonna be real with you, 1-to-1. Like, if you were my best buddy and we went out to eat and you were telling me this, I would be like, oh, no. Like, that's what I would say to my friend. I'd be like, this, no,
right.
This is not good. Because my thing is, it's open. You should at the very least, I'm like, if you can't give me the password,
yep,
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Or if you have to log in for me, that's a problem, my girl. And that I'm concerned about that. I don't like that one bit.
Yep. Yeah. So there's a lot of red flags, and it's the pushing off, the procrastination, and the fact that I get as much access to this because I bring as much value to this. Like, this is our home and our household. And going forward, I wouldn't go to bed tonight until you have all that information.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.